Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of The Weekly Rewind, presented by Attractions Magazine. I'm your host, Theron White, and this week we're going to go from February 27th until March 5th. Alright, starting with Monday, we got to look at some of the construction progress at the Edison coming to Disney Springs. Now, I'm always up for new restaurants. I have loved basically every single restaurant that's been added to Disney Springs so far. I remember when they were first starting to do the new updates and they added Morimoto's. I first went there literally just so I could go on their second floor and kind of creep into the town center construction. And then I started eating there and I realized it's one of the best options in all of Orlando. I love the food, I love the prices, the whole atmosphere. I feel like you can feel so fancy while you're eating there, when in reality, you can go in a t-shirt and shorts, and you can still get a really delicious meal, which is awesome. So for this Edison one, I'm really excited because the theme seems really cool. The construction seems awesome. It says spring 2017, so I know that could mean basically almost all the way to May. But either way, it looks really cool, and I'm pretty excited for that. And then Tuesday, February 28th, our last day of February, we got to look at Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort testing out the new Relay room service robots. Now, these look so stinking cool. I have never stayed at Cabana Bay. I would love to. I mean, the whole theme is amazing, but especially now that you could have literally a robot drive up to your door and just be like, hey, what's up? Here's your room service. This is going to be amazing. I'm not sure 100% of their full functionality. I wonder if Universal's even holding back some of how cool these robots really are. But just the idea that you could order something or you just need something for your room and beep boop, a couple things away, and here's a robot with all of your stuff, complete magic. And that is so stinking cool. Then moving on to Wednesday, March 1st, we're at Epcot for the Flower and Garden Festival. We can see here kind of the grand entrance in front of Spaceship Earth, which always looks amazing. They do such a great job with the topiaries and flower arrangements. I especially love the gigantic murals that they do in between World Showcase and Future World. They're when they'll do all those flowers and make other flowers or maybe butterflies, or every year, they do something a little different. I always love how that looks. And then we also look at this really, really amazing sunset that night, taking over World Showcase, looking across over at the countries. It's so beautiful. Then moving on to Thursday, March 2nd, our new show, Early Night Live, premiered on YouTube. Now, during this show, you can see Brittany and Vincent as they went around Hollywood studios. And this is something that they're going to be doing every single week, every Thursday. So you can go and check that out. I'm sure you guys are really going to like it. I like that it's not only just a awesome, kind of a vlog style, but that since it is going to be live, you can ask questions in the comments, maybe request that they go and meet a character, ride a ride, see a show, anything like that. So I think that's going to be really successful. And I encourage you to, subscribe there, especially the little bell notification. And that's going to allow you, so when they do go live, you'll actually be able to know, and you can jump in right in with the show. And I mean, it'll be great to see it afterwards as well, of course, but at least when you're watching it live, you can really interact, ask questions, be able to really learn more about those two, especially as they're going around the parks and having fun. Then moving on to Friday, March 3rd, we see this awesome picture of Banks Lee at the Dinos Alive exhibit at Lowry Park Zoo. And I don't know why, I just thought this picture is so funny ever since I saw it. I just imagine a little baby Banks busting out of an egg, making really, really strange noises as he just pops out into the world as a baby dinosaur Banks. Also that Friday, we saw that Nouba has announced their date of their final performance, which makes me sad. I understand it has been here for quite a long time. I think it's going to be very difficult to replace such an incredible show. I don't know if Cirque du Soleil is still staying and it's a different show, or if it's a completely different act. But either way, I mean, I have seen La Nouba before, and I definitely want to see it again before it goes away. But it's a great performance. If you've never seen it at Disney Springs, absolutely go and see it. The beginning kind of makes it feel like you're on drugs because it's a little odd, but once you really kind of get into it, I mean, their stunts are incredible. Everything they do is so incredibly well done. It's just, you definitely have to get into the mindset of, okay, this is a very out there circus. It's very different, but it's still incredible. It's an amazing performance, and I totally recommend going to see it. And lastly, for Friday, we get to look at a 9-second clip inside Pandora at Avatar. And oh my gosh, I'm trying not to get my hopes up too high. Not that I don't think they'll do a good job, but every time they release a picture or a video, I don't know. It looks incredible, and I'm going to go in there, and I have very high hopes, and that's why I'm trying not to make it too high, because I feel like my expectations are going to be way higher than that's even achievable. But then I see a video like this, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe they're going to pull it off. They're going to make the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, because I'm not a diehard Avatar fan or anything like that, but everything, at least from my opinion, that we have seen so far has just absolutely been spectacular. I mean, this is next level. It looks like every single thing is glowing. Whether they do it with projectors or it's built into the plants or however it's working, I don't really care. It just looks amazing. I love it, and I'm super excited to check it out. Moving on to Saturday, February 4th, you can now meet Lego Batman throughout the day at Legoland, Florida during the Lego Batman movie days. Now, I saw the Lego Batman movie. I saw the original Lego movie. I love them both. I think Lego's style of humor is so much fun. I think they make really, really great films. The animation is incredible. So anyone who is a fan of just Legos in general, especially if it was for the Batman movie, this is such a great opportunity to go and meet him in person. Continuing on that Saturday, we go to Epcot for the Flower and Garden Festival, and we see here is one of the gift cards for the festival. Now, it's actually a scratch and sniff, and I love that it's just that little extra detail along with already looking like some of the food offered there, so that's just pretty cool. And we also have some of the special pins that you can get just for the Flower and Garden Festival. Now, I don't personally collect it myself, but I do think these pins look really awesome. They've got some limited releases. Some are just for the pass holders. So if you're a pin collector, especially if you love the Flower and Garden Festival, I mean, you got to go check these out. There seems to be a ton of options, so you can pick anything you like, or maybe you're a big collector and you want to go and get them all. We also looked on Saturday at the Miss Adventure Falls that's coming to Disney's Typhoon Lagoon on March 12th. Now, it's cool to see how much detail they put into this attraction. It's also going to be the very first attraction that's a water-based, inside of a water park that is going to have its own animatronic. So that'll be really, really exciting to see. I don't know too much about this ride. I mean, I don't know how many people do, other than I've seen the construction photos, and it looks cool. It looks like a family raft ride, but other than that, I mean, I don't know too much, so it'll be nice to go and check it out, especially because I don't know much. I'm kind of in for the big surprise, so that'll be really cool. And I'm wondering how the animatronics, how they're going to work, where it's going to be placed in the ride, and how all the theming is going to come together. So I am excited to check that out, and I hope we'll go right on opening day to go and see it. And for our last thing on Saturday, we see this photo here that we retweeted of Whoopi Goldberg at the Magic Kingdom, specifically the Haunted Mansion, in her Haunted Mansion costume as she surprised guests. Now, we know that they were filming The View, specifically today was at the Animal Kingdom, so it's cool to see that she, and I'm assuming many other of the View, were able to get out, go in costume, and kind of surprise guests throughout the park. And lastly, we will end Sunday, March 5th, as we look at this new optical illusion photo opportunity at Epcot for the Flower and Garden Festival. Now, I love the PhotoPass opportunities. I mean, that's pretty obvious. For the past 2 weeks, we've been talking about the Tangled Lanterns at the Magic Kingdom. So seeing more opportunities like this is really awesome. I'm glad that they have this. I know I like, especially because I have the annual pass, that I'm able to get the free photos from the PhotoPass. I take advantage of stuff like this all the time. And whether or not you aren't, it still makes a magical moment. So whether you want to buy that later or even just check it out, I know some people just keep the little PhotoPass logo over it anyway. So, I mean, any way you want to do it, it's up to you. It still looks really awesome, and I love these kind of opportunities they have like this, especially one like this one, because this is so unique. This is a really, really different kind of photo opportunity that I really feel like it fits well with the Epcot theme, especially during the Flower and Garden Festival right now. I love all the bright colors, and it's just such a great PhotoPass opportunity. That is it for this week's episode of The Weekly Rewind. Thank you so much for watching, and like I said during the Thursday part of this segment, I do encourage you to not only subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, but press the little bell notification icon so you can be the first one to keep up with videos like this, or especially when we go live, so you can have that time to interact with any of our hosts that are going to be doing our live show. Once again, as I said, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please write it down below. I will make sure to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I hope you have an amazing, safe, and fun week. Thank you.